Hello guys, this is Pawan from Electronics. So today in this video tutorial I'll show you how we can send sensor data to MySQL server. Basically here we will use phpMyAdmin web interface. So here we will use Arduino device, and we will not basically use Arduino IDE, but we will demonstrate this thing in VS Code using PlatformIO extension. Basically you can work this thing in Arduino IDE also, but I must tell you one thing, that you should work on this VS Code also, and using Platform IDE extension, so that you can organize your code very well. So this is my basically one of my previous code where I just interfaced one DHT11 sensor with Arduino device, and I was just getting data in serial port. So here what will we do, we'll just send sensor data to phpMyAdmin. So for that what we need to do, I'll just tell you that. So first we'll just go to the our favorite browser, and here we'll just go to the Google, and here we'll type XAMPP download. So you can go with even if you are in Linux or Mac or somewhere else, that their respective OS you can download. For Linux it is LAMP. So for Windows I will recommend you XAMPP server. So you should first, how we can go with this, I'll just tell you this. So first download XAMPP, and here the very first link, just click on this, and here after when you will click this, your download will start automatically within a second. If it doesn't start, then you have to click on this click here button. But as you can see here, it is download has been started, and after just when it gets downloaded, you just need to follow the instruction, and then clicking on the next and all everything, then you will get the software in your system. And once software installation is completed, you will get the XAMPP control panel. So I will not go in the detail of that, so we'll just directly go to the XAMPP control panel. So okay, let's see there. Before I'll go to the XAMPP control panel, I'll just show you my setup, basically how my circuit diagram and all are there, and how I had just made that. I'll just show you through images what I have done. Basically this is the way you have to do the thing. So basically you have Arduino, and we are using Ethernet shield. So this is just like a daughter card kind of thing, you can say. So it will just directly, you can simply through these mail jumpers, it will be just inserted to this Arduino. And if I'll just go to the next image, so it will be just like sit like that. So this way it will go, and here from this side you have to connect RJ45 cable, and the one end of that RJ45 cable will go to here, and on the other end will go to your router or any other network provider thing. So there you will connect that next end. Now in the next image, also this sensor I am using, basically this is DHT11 sensor, so it will just send data of temperature and humidity. So now here we have the pin configuration, like first pin is VCC, and then middle one is data, and third one is ground. But it will vary with a different manufacturer. So in my case also it is not then like this. So I'll show you what type of pin configuration are there with in my DHT11. In next circuit I'll show. So here you can see in the previous one, if you'll see here, the data pin is the middle one, and VCC and ground are the left and rightmost pin. But here in this case, this data pin, which is S, denoted by S, which is signal, so it is in the leftmost side, and the negative shows the ground. So this is basically the a ground pin, and then the middle one pin is the VCC pin. So this way the connection is like that. So VCC pin will go to the 5 volt of Arduino, and then this will go to the ground of the Arduino ground, this negative, and this signal pin will go to any signal pin. I have basically chosen pin number 2 in Arduino code. You can select pin number 7 as well, that will not make any difference. So here it's simply I have just initially I have just connected 7, so that's why it's like that. So you can connect it on 2 or any pin you can choose. So in code I have connected in 2, pin number 2. Now in the next this is my setup. So here basically if you will just see VCC and is the red one, and this brown is the ground one, and this, if I'll just zoom in, and here you can see the pin one number 0, 1 and 2. This purple color pin is going to through like this way. So this is second pin. So this way I have made the connection, and then we have this blue cable is going to the laptop. From there I'm just keeping the supply and basically uploading the code also, same thing, whatever you say. And this RJ45 one connection is going to here, and another will go to the router. So this way my setup is there, actual setup. So this is the thing. So okay, we'll just now I will go to the XAMPP control panel now. Okay, so we will just directly go to our XAMPP control panel. And if you want to follow basically how we can install XAMPP server, so I will just put a video in the description below, or else you can also get the video here in the I button. So please watch that video, it will be helpful for this video. So okay, we'll go to the XAMPP control panel, and here we will see this is our control panel. So we have to we will just start up Apache and then MySQL, and here you can see the logs and all. Here you can see we are getting error while starting MySQL. So if you are also facing this type of thing, then you have what you have to do, you have to just go to the again this XAMPP control panel, and you have to run as administrator. So do this thing, and then this window again you have to start, and then you have to start MySQL. So now both services are started, and here for the Apache we have port 80 for HTTP and HTTPS 443, and this is the thing for MySQL. So now we will just we can see the logs. If I just go here, we can see the logs, and by clicking here we can see the config file. If I just click in this config file, and here if I just go to this config file, so here you can see this listening port. Here you can change to some other port if you want to make it 8080 or any other port, you can change it from here. So this is the thing. So we'll just close this thing, I will make it default. Now I will just minimize this thing, and if as it is running in the background. Now if I'll just click the local host here, and I'll just click on the dashboard. So here this XAMPP server page is open. Here you can see XAMPP Apache MariaDB PHP Perl. So this type of thing should come. If it is not coming, something is wrong with your installation and all. So make sure double check that thing. And now we will just see we can also go to this thing using our local IP, which is 192.168.0.111. so I can go like that also. Okay, sorry, I just put mistakenly 178, so 168, and here if we enter, so this same web page we will get here. This IP you can if you want to find your IP, you just go to this command line, because this IP will be needed in our Arduino code also. So here I will just put IP config. So here I will get this IPv4 address. This is 192.168.0.111. So this is the thing. So now we will just go to the directly this phpMyAdmin, and here in this phpMyAdmin we will just see how we can create database, and we will create tables and other things, and we will see send the data. So this is the MySQL server web interface, basically phpMyAdmin. This is nothing but phpMyAdmin. Now I'll just click on database, and here I'll just give it a name like DHT11 data. So this name I'll give, and I'll just create. So database is created, DHT11 data. Now here we will just give it the name DHT11 table, and we'll create. Okay, so this type of interface you will get once you will just click on that create table button. So here the first name would be ID. So I'll just give ID, and then the type will be big int. So I'm giving big int, and the default value will be none, and this will be auto incremented. So I'll just give the auto incremented. So this is the thing for ID, and then the second thing will be temperature, and then this will be this could be float. So we'll give float. Now the default value would be null. So this is the thing. Rest of the things we don't need to change anything. Now second thing, humidity, and in humidity case we can give this thing also float, and this is again could be null, and again this is automatically tick. Now the last entry will be our date, and here now this will be our, I will select the timestamp, and this is in this default we will select the current timestamp. So this is the thing only we have to do here, rest all nothing required. So now I'll just click on the save. So now here we can see this DHT11 table, and these are the structure of that, and we can see in the browse here we have this DHT11 table. So now we will do one thing. We will see how we can through one PHP code, how we can insert data to this table. First we will do it manually, and then we will do it through Arduino code. So what will we do? We will just see our PHP code here. So here this is our PHP script. I have already written this thing, so I'll just do one thing. Now we will just open this Visual Studio Code, and let me just simply here dht11.php, let's say. I'm just for the showing purpose, explaining purpose, I'm putting it here. So here you can see this is our PHP script. So here in the first section you can see this is the constructor basically, and here in this construction we have two methods, connect and store in DB, and these methods are explained here, and this connect and this in store in DB. So in the first case, basically connect to the database, and these are the root, and the root is the username, and by default for the localhost, and password is nothing. And say here this DHT11 data is the database name. We have to make sure this data name should be correct as per our data name in the MySQL server in phpMyAdmin, what we have done written. So this should be correct, and same thing goes with here in the store in DB. So here data inserted into DHT11 table. So this thing also should be correct, insert into DHT11 table. So this should be correct. So we are echoing we are echoing also, so that it will be printed in browser when we will just manually write through get request. We will just manually hit the URL. So here in the get request you can see we are expecting temperature and humidity, and when if data received, then we will see the get temperature and humidity like this we have written for humidity. And echo we are printing temperature and humidity data not provided else in else condition. So this is the thing. So this is the DHT1 PHP. Now I'll just simply I'll just delete from this project folder. Okay, because we don't need here. Simply to explain that code I just write it here. Okay, so what will we do now? We will just go to our browser again, and here I'll just go to localhost dashboard, and here we will just write localhost, then our folder, whatever the folder we will give. But before that, one thing we need to make sure that in case of seed, in the C drive your XAMPP server would be there, and in the XAMPP server this htdocs folder we have to create one folder where we will put our basically that PHP file. So I'll just create one folder here. So I'll go to the new and we'll click on folder, and I'll just give my PHP and I'll hit enter. And here in this my PHP I'll just give one text file and new, and one text document, and it will be DHT11, and I'll also change the extension PHP, and we'll click on yes. So this is DHT11.php, and I'll just open with again VS Code editor, let's say, and here we will just copy this PHP code which I had just explained. So now we will save it. Okay, now I'll just close it. So now what will we do? So anyway, now this PHP code is here. Now we'll just before that one more thing I can tell you, like we can put any PHP code here, and we can just from the browser we can access that thing. That video also had made, you can watch that video in this I button here. So before okay, we'll just move it further now. We'll just go to the browser, and here in localhost, if I'll just put my PHP, and we'll just give DHT11 temperature and humidity. So I'll just let's say give 35, and humidity equals to 46, and if I'll hit enter, here you can see connected to the database, selected the database DHT11 data inserted into DHT11 table, temperature 35, humidity 46, data received, temperature 35, humidity 46. So this data should come here now. So if I'll just go to the DHT11 table, you can see this is the data data ID 1, and temperature is 35 and humidity is 46. So manually we can send data through this simple localhost my PHP, and then through get request we can just get the data. So similar way we have to do in our Arduino code. So that Arduino code will write it in our Visual Studio Code editor. Okay, so we will just start the process here, and we will do by Control Shift, and another VS terminal will open. We'll close the old one, and we'll just maximize it, and here we'll just go to the PlatformIO, and here in the PlatformIO section we'll just create one new project named DHT11 with NetShield. Let's wait to open this PlatformIO core. It will take some time. So okay, now we'll just go to open. and here we'll click on the new project. Here we'll give the project name DHT11 MySQL a new. Okay, or here in the board we will just select Arduino Uno. Okay, and the framework will be Arduino only, and the finish. And here it will just take a couple of minutes, or maybe if you are doing first time, that it will take somewhat more time. Otherwise it will take less than a minute. It will just initialize all the setup and all. So here we go. So our setup is ready. This is our workspace. Now in the include part, we will just include our files. So I'll just create DHT 11 underscore handler dot h, and Ethernet underscore handler dot h, and same way in the source DHT 11 underscore handler dot c goes there. I will just rename it and .cpp. okay, and again one more file, that is Ethernet underscore handler dot cpp. Okay, so in the DHT1 handler dot h, I'll just go to my text, and here this is the DHT handler dot h. I'll Control A and Control C, and I'll just copy it. And this is DHT handler, so let me just rename it again. This is not DHT, this is DHT handler only. Okay, and this is also I will rename it, and this is DHT CPP only. Okay, this is the first thing, and the second thing, this is the include Ethernet handler dot h, and I'll just go to Ethernet. And in the CPP part, we'll just copy Control C, and Ethernet will just copy, and in the main.cpp we will just copy this. Okay, now in the platform.io part we will just put it this one. So okay, now this is the thing. Now in the main.cpp we will just simply compile it first. Let's see what happens. So it's configuring project, and source PlatformIO ID, you can see board I know it is it detected. Let's see how it process. In the very first time, it will take some time scanning all the libraries, and here you can see all the dependencies libraries it detected. So all the objects files it is creating, PlatformIO.elf it had created. Now success hex file is also created. Building success, PlatformIO.hex is created. Basically those libraries what I've shown you here in the platform.ini file I had defined. Here you can do like that, libdeps equals to Adafruit DHT sensor library, then Adafruit unified sensor, and Arduino library Ethernet. So then only it will just install all the necessary libraries by writing here itself. So this is the way. Okay, so we'll just see the compilation process again. So now you can see all the errors are removed. Now I'll just briefly explain the code. Basically here in the include main.cpp, basically we have include Arduino.h in basically VS Code. Whenever you use and you are using PlatformIO, then you have to include this Arduino.h file. This also I had explained in my previous video. You can go here and see all the declaration all are given here in the Arduino.h file. Now we'll again come to the main.cpp, and this DHT handler.h, this is user defined header file we had created, and here we had all the declaration and function definitions are there, function declarations are there. So these are the things. And if I'll go again here, etherhandler.h, here also you can see function declaration related to Ethernet shield are there. And then again, if you go to main.cpp, here the MAC address we will provide, which we will provide to our Arduino device. This is through Ethernet shield we are giving this MAC address, and this is the IP we are giving. This number should be your gateway number basically. So my gateway number is 0 only, that's why I'm giving 0. In your case it could be 1 or anything else. So, and this server IP is your MySQL, basically where your server is running in your PC. Basically this is your PC IP, because I'm running server on my PC local system. So this is my local system IP, and I had shown you also how you can get this IP through ipconfig. I had shown you in command line you can get this. And in the setup part, we are simply CL begin 9600, then we are simply printing this, and DHT setup we are just going to the DHT handler.cpp. Here we are going DHT.begin, and again if I'll just go to initializing Ethernet, and Ethernet setup is here, and in Ethernet setup we are just telling this thing, if this is equals to 0, then fail to configure this thing, and we are just holding it here. Delay is the 1000 here in this case, and then again this setup complete. After that this will be printed, and then it is reading serial sensor data, read humidity through read humidity and read temperature function. Read humidity will return dht.read humidity, and the same way this function will work. So pretty much this is very much easy code, not a big problematic code where you have to think a lot. This is a very straightforward code. So here in the serial println sending data to server, we are sending data to server, and in the function send data, this is important function where we are sending data to our server. So here we are passing 3 parameters, basically server, humidity, and temperature. So here basically server 80 port we are using the default port, and in serial println we are printing connected, and then through get request we are just giving this command myphp dht11.php. myphp you would have remembered this folder we had created, and this way we are printing, and then client print temperature, and then humidity, and then again humidity. So through get request, these things only, whatever the manual thing we are doing there, that thing only we are doing it in now through our Arduino code using this PlatformIO. So now what I will do, I'll just upload this code to my this Ethernet shield. before that I'll just go to our again, and let's see if we'll just pass one more thing. So let's say 21, humidity 46, one more data is gone. So basically few of the data entries I had deleted also, then that's why some IDs it will just directly go to that ID number 8 or 7, something like 9 it came. So now if I'll just again hit enter, and if I'll see the 10th entry. So this is 10th entry, and if I'll again give like something like 42, a huge temperature. So now if I'll refresh, the 11th entry is 42 and 46. So this way we are getting the manual entry. So this thing only we are going through now, this code. Now I'll just upload this code to the server, to the Arduino board. We'll just simply click here. Compilation is already done. Now I have clicked the upload button, and it is just automatically detect the COM port, auto detected COM port, and it's now just sending getting the data. Means we will get the data through this serial monitor. I'll just click on this serial monitor now, and I'll just maximize it, and here we go. Let's see, initializing DTHC sensor, initializing Ethernet, connected, data sent, waiting for 30 seconds. Data is sent now, so I can see 36 is coming. It's in Delhi, it's a huge temperature now, so that's why 36 it is showing. So I'll just then go to the browser, and this will close, and I'll just refresh it, and I'll just see some entry I got 36.4 44 and 36.3 45. So 20 it says 12 20 45, and 12 21 16 45 45, then 16, so 55 5 15, so 30 seconds difference. So again if I'll just refresh, so again one more entry we will get. Let's see, let's refresh. So here you can see 21 16, then 21 46. So again 30 seconds difference where we are getting here. So 26 36 46. So this is the way. One more entry we will wait for the 16 entry. So I'll just refresh it. It didn't come yet because 30 seconds didn't pass. Again I will refresh. Now it should come. Still not come. Again refresh. Okay, let me check. Yeah, it's connected. Now I think it's sent. Yeah, 16th entry it came in 22 17 46 56 6 7. So it's every 30 seconds it is sending data. Now one more thing I'll tell you, I had shown you one video using ngrok. We can make any local server publicly accessible. So if you want to share this thing to anyone, or anyone who wants to debug this thing, and you cannot share this local thing, local server to someone remotely, someone who is remotely there. So what will you do? You will just simply open ngrok. I had already told you in my previous video how to install ngrok and how to just make any local IP publicly accessible. If you didn't watch that video, just please watch that video. I'll put that video in the description below, and here also in the I button section you can see that video. Now I'll just go to the ngrok, and if I'll just sorry, not ngrok, I'll just go to the cmd, and here I'll just run as administrator. And here if I'll just type ngrok http 80, and if I'll hit enter, so I'll just get this random IP, random URL through which I can make this this thing publicly accessible. So if I'll just copy this thing, and if I'll just click on this plus icon, and if I'll be in the different network, if it'll be in different network, then obviously this thing will be worked. So I'll just do the same thing, my PHP slash okay, wait, just hit enter first. So we'll just get the dashboard and we'll click on the phpMyAdmin page, and here we'll just see the DHT11 data, and here we'll also see the DHT11 table. Here you can see this is the 20th entry. We can see through through this IP someone can easily see the data and all. If I'll refresh this thing, and again, so 2418, then now 2449, we are getting the data. 18, 8, 28, 38, or 48, 49. So every 30 seconds we are getting the data. And so I showed you in the remote IP also through this ngrok, we can also get data remotely. So our server is running here, so it should be always be open, otherwise your thing will not work. If I just close this thing, let's say Control C, and I just close this, and if I'll just refresh it right now, then I'll get the error. See, error in processing request. And even if I'll refresh this page itself, and see here now, error ngrok 3200 tunnel, this not found. So this tunnel itself not found because we just closed the ngrok. So this is the way how we can send sensor data, whether it is a temperature, humidity, or any other sensor, or any other RFID data, anything you can send through this way. So I hope you like this tutorial. If you have any doubt regarding this, just feel free to comment us below. Thanks for watching this video.